movie disappointed me.
And we just saw Lady Bird at the Peterborough Community Theater. And let's go. General plot summary. Well, this movie arguably doesn't have a plot.
It's just life for this self-centered girl.
And it's like 1 year,
Yeah.
it's her high school senior year. And she is a petty human being.
I thought it was going to be a cool drama because the trailers made it look like a cool drama.
Or kind of a quirky movie.
Yeah, well, like A24 puts out quirky, weird, like artsy movies, and like, you know, they're usually enjoyable because they're just so strange. But then this is just kind of pointlessly pretentious for no good reason.
Yep.
And like, maybe there's something to it that I'm just not getting.
Yeah.
But it just... things just happened because they did. I guess they were trying to make it seem like, oh, this is realistic. This is what happens sometimes to some two-dimensional, weirdly written characters in weird artsy movies.
In the movie, Lady Bird's in high school, and we're in high school.
The movie portrays her as like, oh, she's a typical teenager. She goes to parties, she has fun, she does things with her friends, and there's drama, and oh, it's intense. Oh no, all of these bad things are happening. She fights with her mom. She's relatable. No. Her name is Christine, and she's given herself the name Lady Bird because she can. Why? I don't know. Because she can. That's the only reason they give you.
This movie would work if she was a likable character for the entirety of the film. She starts off the movie as a semi-likable character, and then she ends the movie as a semi-likable character, and everything in between is a mess.
Yeah. And like, likability doesn't necessarily mean that she's like a good person.
Yeah.
Because like, you can enjoy a character that's likable even if they do like really awful things. Like, movie villains are usually thoroughly enjoyable for that exact reason. But in this, she just becomes, you know, petty and awful.
They kind of marketed this movie like it was like gonna be a teenage girl and her mom, and they bicker and they fight, but they love each other. And the movie likes to act like it's that, but it's not about that at all. And if it was supposed to be, then it didn't hit its mark, because I felt like for most of the movie, her and her mom's issues were a side plot. When if you wanted that to be the focus, then make it the main plot. Don't make the main character's petty romances your main plot. It's not good. The portrayal of the mother and daughter relationship, it seemed like they were setting this like, this is the norm. This is what happens all the time. It happens sometimes, in some cases, I'm sure, but, you know, and it's not as typical as the movie wants it to be, I think. Yeah.
The main character is obviously, what's her face? Why did I forget the name of the movie? Lady Bird. Yeah. The main character is Lady Bird. She's in the title. Played by, what's her face?
Saoirse Ronan.
It's a weird spelling, but that's how it's pronounced. Obviously, like, working with a character like Lady Bird, who is stubborn and really not likable. Lady Bird is such a weird character. Because it's the writing that's so weird. Like, it's like watching a really pretentious poetry reading.
The thing about working with a weird script is that it doesn't do any service to the actors, no matter how talented they are. It brings everyone down a notch. Laurie Metcalf is Lady Bird's mom. She's pretty good.
She is. No, I think the mom I definitely enjoyed more than Lady Bird herself.
Oh yeah.
Because the mom was not a two-dimensional character.
She was pretty complex.
She had feelings.
Yeah.
The mother like genuinely cares, but there are layers to her that are enjoyable.
Yeah.
And like, she's one of the most enjoyable characters in this movie, I think.
Yeah. You know, I do like the acting in it, I think.
Yeah.
Even though it's a really hard script to work with.
It's a weird movie and it's written weirdly, but it's well acted.
Some things about this movie are likable and enjoyable.
I think one of the most enjoyable parts about Lady Bird, besides the mom, was the cinematography. Because it was genuinely really pleasant to watch. Like, overall, the movie was very pretty, and that part of it was well done. A24 does that a lot, the company that produced it. And they've done, you know, a few of my favorite movies, the Swiss Army Man and The Lobster, which I like so much because the writing is good and they're pretty, and they're just genuinely weird, quirky art movies that have a lot going on with them. But with Lady Bird, once again, there's nothing major going on, but it's definitely very, very pretty to watch. The lighting and the way they filmed certain scenes doesn't so much get you inside the characters' heads, but it gets you inside what they're seeing and like what they're experiencing in this area. Lady Bird herself, near the end, she's like, oh, I gotta get out of Sacramento. I hate Sacramento. And she's talking to a nun she goes to a Catholic school. And so she's talking to her, and the nun is like, oh, you seem to really like it. And she's like, I guess, I just notice things. And the movie picks up on that. Like, you notice things just as much as Lady Bird does. And that's genuinely enjoyable to see. There are definitely parts of the movie that are trying too hard to be comical. Yeah. And it just comes across as, slow down, that's a little cringy. Please don't.
There's like a whole part of the movie where she does the school theater production, and it's just one of the funniest parts of the movie, at least for me.
They have, like a gym teacher or something directing The Tempest, and he's writing them like plays for like a football game or something on the whiteboard, and he's telling them to all write it in their playbook instead of their script, and it's genuinely funny to see. There are moments though where the situation is so ridiculously pretentious that it's kind of laughable.
There are enjoyable things about this movie, but they don't necessarily outweigh the less interesting aspects of this movie. I don't know if I would recommend this movie to anyone really, basically just because I don't know if there's anything really interesting about it. I know this is a critically well-received movie. I don't care.
Yeah.
It doesn't disturb me.
No. The only good thing about it, besides the mom being like kind of interesting, is the cinematography. It's a pretty movie. It's nice to look at. Yeah. But besides that, there's not really anything else.
Yeah. Sometimes there's good dialogue here and there.
The first act of the movie.
Yeah. The first act of the movie has good dialogue. I would give Lady Bird 2 out of 5 glowing cactuses at homecoming.
I'll give it 1 out of 5 two-dimensional characters because I like the cinematography. But that's about it.
It's 1 point for cinematography.
1 point for cinematography. You did something right, movie, but nothing else.
If you like this review, go watch our other ones. Check out the Monadnock Beat YouTube channel and the website. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, then you can subscribe to our channel right now. Go do it.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
This is Eve
and Cheyenne
with Monadnock Beat.
Heck yeah.
And we'll see you in the next review.